After UPSC Prelims 2026, many UPSC aspirants are feeling disappointed. No doubt the paper was challenging and also to some extent it was random. But after analyzing the UPSC Prelims 2026, particularly the geography section, I have observed something very important which all 2027 aspirants must take note of it. But before I share that, let me introduce myself. My name is Santosh Pandey. I have cracked UPSC prelims 6 out of 6 times. Some of my scorecards are here, and I mentor aspirants for prelims examination. Guys, there is a myth in UPSC preparation that UPSC gives complete random questions and it is unpredictable. Yes, to some extent in 2026, some of the questions were really very difficult and unpredictable. But even in this tough paper, guys, UPSC has repeated many PYQ themes. Guys, today I'm going to show you how UPSC 2026, particularly geography questions, were taken from the NCERT book, were taken from the concepts which UPSC has asked before in the PYQs. Why this video is very important? Because if you're preparing for 2027, you should know exactly what is the demand of the exam. Guys, those aspirants who prepare as per the changing demand of the examination, they can easily crack this examination. Let us start, guys. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to show you the questions which have come in 2026, and then I'm going to link them to the PYQs and the NCERT sources, and I'm going to prove to you that at least half of the questions of geography were directly taken from the NCERT. This video is not to prove the questions were easy. This video is basically to help 2027 aspirants, because they should know how exactly they should position their hard work. Because even after you work very hard, but if you do not work in the right direction, you will not succeed in the prelims examination. Prelims is becoming very challenging, so you need to start now if you are preparing for 2027. Okay, so let's start. So first question, you can see this is question on peninsular block of India. You can see they have given you three statements, okay, and they have asked how many of these are correct. You can see statement 3, deep V-shaped river valley formed by fast flowing rivers. If you have analyzed the PYQs, you can see here PYQ 2012. You can see here, if you travel the Himalayas, you will see what? You can see deep gorge, U-turn river courses, steep gradient causing landslide. You can see here the similarity between these two questions. Okay, so UPSC is repeating PYQ themes. I have been telling many of the aspirants that if you really want to crack prelims examination, you have to master the PYQ themes. Can you see the similarity between these two questions? This question, which is on the left hand side, is a UPSC prelims question, and this question which came in 2012 is also from UPSC prelims question, just 12 years before or 13 years before. You can see exactly the same pattern question. Here they are asking Himalayas, and here they are asking peninsular blocks. And not only that, guys, this entire statement was directly taken from the NCERT book. You can see this book, Indian Physical Environment. You can see here peninsular block. Exactly this statement was taken from here. Okay, exactly word to word the statement was taken from this book. So I have been telling most of the aspirants that if you are preparing for 2027 prelims examination, you have to master NCERTs. Guys, even in this tough paper, which is said to be the toughest paper in the history of prelims examination, still you see direct questions coming from the NCERTs. Word to word the questions are directly coming from the NCERTs and also from the PYQ. You can see here PYQ I have shown here. Okay, 2012 question, exactly the same sentence is getting repeated in 2026 prelims examination. Let us go to the next question, guys. You can see this question. This question is on river. Okay, this question is on river, guys. You can see every year UPSC is asking one question on rivers. You can see this was also taken directly from a PYQ. You can see NDA 2024. You can see here it is talking about Satluj. You can see here Satluj is a classical case of antecedent river. Okay, so you can see the questions are repeating. Okay, and this statement was also taken from the NCERT. If you have read this book, okay, the chapter is drainage system. You can see here they have used this sentences from this part. Okay, so if you have read the NCERTs, if you have gone through the PYQs, then you could have managed this question also very easily. Now again go to the next question. Next question was on Andaman and Nicobar Island climate. Guys, I had predicted that this year definitely UPSC is going to ask question on Andaman and Nicobar Island, and you can see exactly this question is again taken from the NDA examination 2024. Even the statement is also same. Exact statement, guys. You can see maximum precipitation between December and May. Maximum precipitation is between March and April. You can see here. So you all know, guys, Andaman and Nicobar Island was in news because of the Nicobar project. Because of the Nicobar project, I had predicted this, that UPSC will definitely ask a question on Andaman and Nicobar Island. I had told you multiple number of times. So if you have gone through the PYQs on Andaman and Nicobar Islands, then you could have easily managed this question. Exact statements are also coming. Also, guys, this was also covered in the NCERT Indian Physical Environment. You can see here Andaman and Nicobar Island, they had covered this. You could have easily solved this question. So till now, guys, three questions have directly come from three questions. Now you can see here three questions directly. Okay, these are direct questions from where? NCERT plus PYQs. So I just wanted to give you, see, this video is to give you confidence, because right now there is a feeling of, okay, helplessness among aspirants. There is a feeling of what to do now, what to do now. Okay, you should not feel helplessness. You should analyze the paper and you should make a strategy. Okay, so even in this paper there is a proper, okay, theme which UPSC question setters are following, and I am basically analyzing this theme and I'm giving you these themes. Okay, if you are part of my Telegram channel, okay, I will be sharing such analysis regularly in this Telegram channel. So if you have not joined this Telegram channel, do join this Telegram channel. Also, before we proceed to the next questions, I would like to tell you that please do subscribe to this YouTube channel and share this channel with all sincere aspirants for 2027 prelims exam. Okay, so you can see this question, guys. This was a question which came in 2025. Okay, you can see here 2026 this year. Okay, they asked a question on Lake Turkana. Okay, they have asked a question on Lake Turkana, but if you see 2025, again they have asked question on African lakes, and again you can see 2021 they have asked question on African lakes. Okay, so you can see this theme, okay, this PYQ theme, which is African lake, has been repeated in the last 5 years 3 times. Okay, so UPSC is not asking random questions. There is a pattern, but we have to analyze that PYQs and we have to come out with this pattern and we have to prepare as per the pattern. Okay, also, guys, this Lake Turkana came because you see in last 2 years there is a very important thing which is getting reported in newspapers, which is that Africa is splitting. Okay, Rift Valley. Okay, Rift Valley, Africa is splitting into two halves. Okay, and this, okay, this lake Turkana is in the Rift Valley only. Okay, so you can see there is a logic, why questions are coming in this fashion. Okay, so before we proceed, guys, this is my number. If you want to join my prelims mentorship for 2027, guys, this year also I have been able to predict many questions in the prelims examination. You can go and check out my website, which is OPTIMIZEIAS, and in that website at the top only I have given you proof how many questions I have been able to predict even in this tough paper. Guys, this year the cutoff is not going to be more than 75 marks, and if you go through my questions which I have given in my test series, you can easily come to the conclusion that if you had followed my test series, you could have easily scored 75 to 80 marks in this paper. I'm not adding the elimination questions, because if you add elimination question, you can easily score 100 marks even in this paper. Even in this tough paper, score 100 marks. Okay, let us proceed. Next, guys, you can see this question. They have asked question, map based question. Uttar Pradesh shares boundary with highest number of states in India, Rajasthan and then Sikkim. You can see this question was directly taken again from the PYQ. You can see here, which among the following states shares a boundary with maximum number of states? Uttar Pradesh. You can see exactly the statement was taken, word to word the same statement. This is a CISF question, CISF question 2024. Not only that, even in UPSC this question was asked. in 2006, just 20 years before. Okay, you can see this. You can see this question just 20 years before. This is a question. You can see 2006. This is 2026, and now this is 2006. You can see here Assam shares border with Bhutan and Bangladesh. West Bengal share borders. Mizoram shares borders. So such kind of border related questions have been coming in prelims. Now you see 2005 question. Which states share border with Uttar Pradesh? You can see. So border theme has been in in UPSC PYQs multiple times. Okay, border themes has been in multiple times. So this map based question was expected. And you know, in my test series I had given a similar question for Sikkim. I had given a similar question on Sikkim. Okay, how many states in India they are sharing border with only one state? This similar question I had given. Okay, so my point is that the paper looks random, but it is not random. If you have analyzed the PYQs, then you could have easily managed to score 50%. Okay, in this paper also you can easily score 50%, and in every subject. Okay, even geography you can see till now. Okay, we have seen 5 to 6 questions directly from the PYQ themes and from the NCERTs. Let us see another question, guys. You can see this Winsium International Seaport. This is the most important current affairs. The most important current affair. If someone is saying that this question is random, then unfortunately I have to say that you are not reading current affairs properly. This was the most important current affairs in the last 2 years. Okay, in the last 2 years, this is the most important current affairs. And this can be also handled using the elimination technique. You can see exclusively, primarily. So these two statements are eliminated. We get the answer 3 only. But even if suppose you do not know elimination techniques, you do not have the confidence to apply elimination technique inside the exam hall, then also guys, this topic is something which is very common, very common. Every day it is coming in the newspaper. This is India's first transshipment port. It is India's first transshipment port. It was reported in newspapers multiple times. I have given this question multiple times in my test series last year. So this was also an easy question. Okay, now again see, now the toughest question map based was these three questions. Okay, all are map based questions. Okay, all are map based question. But you could have even managed these three questions because these three questions directly came from the flashcard which I have given to my student. Now I'll explain you why I predicted this question, the logic behind that. You can see, guys, in 2023 UPSC has asked question on east-west corridor. You can see here trilateral highway and Bangladesh, China, India, Myanmar economic corridor. So when I was analyzing these PYQs, I came to the conclusion that UPSC is focusing on infrastructure project in a neighboring country. Okay, in neighboring country. So I prepared a flashcard where I have collected all the infrastructure projects in neighboring countries. You can see here, Kaladan multimodal project, Sitwe port, India Myanmar trilateral highway, Agartala Akhura railway link, Maitri Setu. Okay, you can see here, and Border Hearts. You can see this Maitri Setu was also taken from here. Kaladan also was taken from here. So my point is that this, when I can analyze and I can predict, then even you can analyze the PYQs. Okay, and guys, let me tell you that in my 2027 batch, prelims batch, I am analyzing the PYQs very scientifically, and I will predict many questions. You can see, no one can deny, you can see here directly questions coming from my flashcard. If you know anyone who was part of my 2026 prelims test series, you can go and ask this flashcard I had given to my students or not. Exactly this question came in the exam. So yes, question was difficult. I agree. These questions are not very easy to solve because these are factual questions. These are factual questions. But if you have read the PYQs, if you have analyzed the PYQs, and if you have prepared from the PYQs, then you could have managed this question from this card, which I had given. Okay. Now, three questions were there which were map based. Okay. In this was a current affairs one. This was a current affairs, purely current affairs. Okay, you can see they have given the semiconductor projects and they have given you the states where this project has been set up. So this was an easy question, but was a factual question. Okay, was a factual question. Okay, to know all four options is really not very easy. Okay, is really not very easy. If you have not read about them in detail, then you may miss this. But this was a current affairs question. This was there in the newspaper multiple times. Now coming to these two questions guys, I think this is, you can easily skip these two questions. You can skip these two questions. Okay, see, remember one thing, in UPSC you need not attempt 100 out of 100 to crack the prelims cutoff. Okay, so there is a myth. Most aspirants, they believe what, they have to attempt 100 out of 100 questions. No, you don't have to attempt 100 out of 100 questions. You know guys, I have scored around 144 plus marks in the prelims. Even in this paper I had not attempted 100 out of 100 questions. Imagine, to score even 144 marks, I need not attempt 100 out of 100 questions. So why are you attempting 100 out of 100 questions when the cutoff is going around 80 marks? You need not. Okay, so tough questions you can just skip. Tough question you can just skip. So you can see here, out of total geography questions, if you count here, there are around, okay, 10 to 12 geography questions. I can easily say, after watching this video, you can say that 50% of the questions were direct from the NCERTs and the PYQs. Yes or no? Tell me honestly in the comment box. Let me know how many of you believe this. Okay, so guys, if you're preparing for 2027, I would like to request every one of you, start solving these 10 most important questions which I'm giving part of my Laksh test series. This I'm analyzing the current affairs and the PYQs, and also guys, I am giving you PYQ analysis classes which are really very useful for the prelims examination. Okay, so please attend this PYQ analysis, which is my, okay, PYQ mastery course. I have given you free access in my lecture test series. Okay, so guys, we have daily tests which are current affairs based. Okay, daily tests which are current affairs based, and we are having weekly static tests which where we are covering the entire syllabus. So go through this. This is really very important. If you want to join this, this is the number of my team. You can contact my team. Thank you. Bye bye. Take care.